Hello, everybody. The Astro-Gravitational Report for October 27th. And look at it, the current situations and things that are going on. As I stated before, the moon is going to show us what we are going to experience within. In the past, when the moon transition within Scorpio, it's passed through uh, the South Node. That is a revaluations of the past things that we did. Been working a lot of downloads today. The video and the main chat is gonna be learning your gravitation. I'm gonna be talking about there. It's gonna be a beautiful. There was a beautiful download that came in. I'm gonna be sharing with this. I will share this video in the main channel with that message for. But that is a connecting with what's going on within the sky, what is going on with the current situations. Spoke about yesterday in the main channel. I was talking about the video of the past 8 months, and now you're going to feel the things that wasn't done right in the past 8 months has to be done right. You're going to feel it. We have a lot of changes that are coming in. We have Mars, who's going to be a stationary. He's going to be going retrograde. What does that mean to you, though? Mars is in the sign of Gemini, the friendship, the situations with the friendship. In a personal level, that is going to be you are looking at for um, the friendship with yourself. You're your best friend or you're the best enemy. You're going to be reevaluating your actions, how those actions they're leading into to success or to failure, or what do you need to work on it? What do you need to do from with in? You may going to feel taking the two roads. The one road is to justify, to justice, to be rightful, and so on and so on. The other side is going to be evolving your soul, feeling the things, change the things from within, understand the things from within, and you become the best friend to yourself, which is going to be the best friend to out there to everybody in your family, in your life, in your friendships. You may find out that some of your friendships, some of your relationships, they weren't correct during this period. You will understand the damage that was done from the past periods. So during this period of Mars has been retrograde, please be patient from within you. Don't take this fight, don't take anything, but look deep inside of you. In about 2 days, 3 days, we are going to have Jupiter that's coming really sent us back into Pisces. For those of you who's going to be working, beginning things and going back in life, like you're going to feel like you're sent back in life, you're sent back from within, and so on and so on. That is the return of the old cycle of Jupiter, the old revaluations of growth. Why you didn't grow, what will happen, what you were sabotaging, what were you worse, so and so on. If you grew, if you are in the new cycle, you are evaluating how you can actually grow more from within. The past 8 months are going to be of growth. They're going to be reevaluated with the mystery of Pisces, the mysticism, but it's also is going to bring and sharing the light of deceptions, deceit, manipulations, and so on and so on from within. So that is the house of rebirth. We're talking about the end. That is it when everything ends. When you understand the good and the bad. When you understand the power of creations and the power of destructions. You evaluate all the 12 zodiac signs in there. That's what happens in Pisces. It is the soul that goes in there. But now we have a Jupiter retrograde walks in there. So there's going to be a lot of things that coming in. So Erica, thank you for coming in. Thank you for the love. And yes, right now we are, yesterday specifically, we're experiencing the end of the Scorpio season. How? The moon transition through Scorpio shows up how the season of Scorpio will be. Get that? Through that gravitations have the moon leading from the intuition for that was happening in the past 2 days, 2.5 days when the moon begin, the new moon begin. It shows up how the Scorpio season will be and what to look forward from that. That is going to be the lessons. That is going to be, and today we are going to deal with this new moon situations, but understanding that we have that 8 months prior. Why? What was the 8 months coming with? They were with the growth. They were connecting with Jupiter. Okay. So that's what is going to be the energy coming in. So at 7 o'clock, okay, at 7 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at the end of Libra, 29 degrees of Libra. Beautiful trines with Lilith. She's still retrograde as of now. She's going back towards Mars. You may feel abbreviations with about relationships. Things do not go away. Things do not was right. That it's squaring Jupiter. That it's squaring the growth. Yeah, you didn't let the shadow go, and now you understand the shadow, the secrets, the deceits, and so on. Rule your life. That's what this destructions coming into your life. You attract what you had from within. If you're in the new cycle, you understand that you still have things. You are forever a student here, and you learn. Everyone learn, including me. We are not. We are just human beings that we're seeking the truth. You need to understand. If you're seeking the truth from within, that's what you find. But a lot of the people, when they find the truth about the darkness from within, they don't take care of the truth. They're hiding. And that is the part of the shadow that is out in the world today. I was watching one video this morning when I was getting my coffee, which when my morning was like 1 hour ago. For it, I was talking about how the toxic relationship and narcissism is actually pandemic in the world. I posted on the Facebook. Some of you may be going to watch it. But that's what this is, the shadow that comes in, the truth that comes in out in the world. So this is it. You're going to be looking at your situations inside of you. Midheaven is in Leo. There is a square, the Sun and Venus. If you have anything on these four zodiac signs, the beginning of this, because midheaven it's at 4 degrees of Leo in the morning, it is it's going to affect you. If you have anything in Scorpio, the beginning of Scorpio, end of Libra, the beginning of Leo, the end of Cancer, and the end of Capricorn, beginning of Aquarius. And we're talking about, it's the same thing about Taurus and Aries. Uh, End of Aries, beginning of Taurus. That is going to be affecting so much for it. Why? Because the Sun and Venus, they are in the beginning of Scorpio. They usually have effects of 7 degrees, but the total is going to be when the Sun and Venus, they passing through the 15th degree of Scorpio. Okay, it's going to be actually the 13th degree to some of you, but you need to understand we are in the via combusta. That is the burnet road. That is when you burn from within. You have two fires. One of the fire in the via combusta, astrology wise, I'm talking about. For some of the astrologers, that is begin from 15 degrees Libra to the 15 degrees Scorpio. But some of the deeply esoteric astrology, they're talking about 13 degree of Libra to the 13 degree of Scorpio. It all depends of how you're taking it. This. But what's more important about this Scorpio season is that this Via Combusta is gathered to fires. But what those fires are, the one is the cleansing fire of the things that are not going right. You to remove from your life, you to be reborn, you to become the phoenix from within, you to reborn. The other fire, though, that is the destructive fire. The fire that you destroy from within yourself, destroy other people, destroy other things. They are both going to be coming in. But right now, we have the authority and love there. So you have to look within the love in yourself during this period. And since the squaring Pluto, right now, we're talking about the Sun and Venus squaring Pluto in Capricorn, with that opposition with heaven and Leo, that is going to be my way, my rule. And what is your rule? What is your things from within you? So be very careful what you think early and the morning. At 8 o'clock, the ascendant is at 10 degrees of Scorpio. It is opposing Uranus in the North Node. You're opposing the future that you see. You're opposing the things that are coming in. But that its energy is coming in for you to make a certain changes in life. Okay, that energy is very intense. Midheaven is at 19 degrees and it's squaring Uranus in the North Node, and it's opposing 18 degrees Saturn. You don't learn a lessons, or the lesson's going to come to you in a hard way. Okay, so with the ascendant squaring all this, there is going to be intense energies about it. Okay, but take a look. Mars and Lilith has the divine energies. The moon, it is at 0 degrees of Sag, and it's got a divine energies with Lilith. That is about the shadow side of the feminine to come out and work itself out to the growth. She needs to destroy Lilith, the bad Lilith from within, so the good Lilith that God created to come out and comes out in the surface. No more internal jail for that Lilith. Okay, that is the freedom of Lilith. That is from within. On the other side, Mars, which is the warrior, the masculine energies from within, it is about to transform to the wise person, to the growth. The boy to become a young man, the young man to become a man, the man to become a husband, and the husband to become the wise king. And then turns into this magical human being that is meant to be. Whatever your growth is, whatever in your situations is from within, but that is it. This energies that shows up the humanity part from within ourselves. We're going to be talking about the energy fields in the chat about it. So it's going to be a lot of beautiful knowledge that we're going to give you today at the main channel. Okay, so at 9 o'clock, the ascendant is at 22 degrees of Scorpio. You're going to feel the yesterday's energy when the moon was there. Okay, you're going to feel these divine energies. You're going to feel this energies that it's coming in. The moon right now, it is at Sag at 1 degree, closely by, but midheaven is in Virgo. Organizations from within. What kind of organizations we're talking about? There is some conflict in there from within to organize things with the moon. Intuition. Are you getting your intuitions that come in the soul, or are you getting the intuitions because of somebody told you something, somebody tell you something, as somebody controls you in your material world? There is two different situations in there, and you're going to have to strengthen this out from within by you taking the authority of love from within yourself. Midheaven is squaring the moon. That is going to be intense energy. Maybe some of you is going to look at it, the motheringhood, relationships with mothers. You need to understand this has been a going on issue right now because of the growth. A lot of this mothering issues coming out. Maybe in the future we are going to be talking about distort feminine and distort masculine energy, and looking at more deeply within the issues where they came from. Some of you, I know, I work with you guys as a twin flames. You guys know what I'm talking about these cases. But This thing's coming out on the surface. So you may have to see straight out situations about mother or motherhood or mother as you are from within you. At 10 o'clock, the midheaven, it's still going to be on Virgo. It is opposing Jupiter and Neptune on the organizations. How are you going to organize something that it's crumbling? You let it burn, or you learn why it's crumbled. Big revelations in there. And you might be angry because of things that you did in the past. That it's connecting with Mars. There is and Gemini. The duality from within. What kind of warrior did you took? Did you took the warrior of soul, or you took the warrior of the ego? Now you learn things from yourself. If you use the warrior from the soul, there was a good communication. You have a good relationships. You have a beautiful love because Mars isn't trying with the Sun and Venus and trying with Mercury. You have a very good relationships with friends or new friends and new situations. But if you use the warrior within the ego, guess what? Things are crumbled to dust. That it's coming in because Mars squares Jupiter and Neptune. The wrong visions from within. You put this in yourself, the destructions. And now midheaven at 21 degrees, it is opposing Neptune. Yeah, you see that visions, but do you confirm that visions from within you? Or that visions aggravate you? What is the best thing? Midheaven has got a divine energies with Saturn. The lessons you took the new road. Saturn is the teacher. It's teaching you to look and appreciate your spiritual soul warrior in you. That is Mars. It is beautiful trine with Saturn and Mars, and is a beautiful trine with Saturn and Mercury through talk, through communications. What communications? Internally from within. Who really listen to it? The lower vibrational ego base or the higher vibrational spiritual warrior? That you are going to figure it out so you can organize better within yourself so it will not lead to destructions but to creation. Ascendant is together with the moon, and during this time the intuition is going to be very increasing at 10 o'clock. It's going to be 4. And yes, Nick, thank you for coming in. Yes, high vibes. The high vibes, we already know it, Nick specifically. And Erica, you two guys knows about the high vibes. We went through this 8 months ago. We went through this deep hole, but we made this quantum leap that we did with the help of the divine. And now it's review of this help of the divine. We reorganize ourselves and we cross into the new path of inner peace. Now people doing it the same thing. Now the majority of the people, the collective is going to experiencing this because they have to go back in the hole. And guess what? The greed of the false world is crumbling, but also the energies that were behind the shadow are crumbling as well. That's what Jupiter destroys right now. And Pisces is going to be a big, big destructive moment from within. But we already know that. We destroy that path, and that's when we move into the new cycle. But now for the collective, it is. Now we are doing it for those of us within the high vibes during that cycle, due to that inner peace. Now we are getting back in there to that point of quantum leap. But we see the quantum leap from the other side. And that's where we feel the same vibes. That is the reason right now you're feeling the same vibes because you're remembering of what did you do back then. Now you reevaluated your own growth. For the people on the new cycle, that's how it goes. For the people who didn't cross the cycle, they reevaluating why did not cross the cycle. So a lot of turmoil is going on, but that is a Scorpio season, guys, and that's what this is because people don't want it to transform. Where that came in, He comes in from the Libra season, squaring at the end of the Libra season, squaring towards Pluto. A relationship from within and relationships with others. It's all connecting with Mars, guys. Spiritual warrior within. Did the right thing from within. Yeah, the things are coming back, Nick. Yes, you're right. Thank you for coming in and joining the chat. So at 11 o'clock in the morning, the ascendant is at 16 degrees of Sag, is Sagittarius. It is opposing Mars, begin to opposing that intensity. Mars is not happy with the destructions in the world. Your ego, Mars, okay? But we're talking about the other Mars, the spiritual Mars, understands everything. He understands, he was taught, he was learned, he knows how to communicate, he waits for the communications. If somebody, people comes in to talk with him about ego communications, you basically like, there is no point to talk about it. Fix your ego before he comes. Talk to me with your soul, I'm here for you. You guys know this energy. You did that 8 months ago. I know, you guys feeling it. So it's interesting that we are reviewing this moments of our growth back, and it's beautiful when you go back into the same energy field, and it's kind of like, yeah, well, you did the work, you get the rewards. So, but for the collective, there's going to be this energy of you're evaluating them. If you already reevaluate, you have to reevaluate the growth. One who did not grow, they're going to revalue the growth from within. One who did grow, they're going to evaluate the growth and how good they feel of the change. Beautiful. There's going to be a lot of beautiful videos of people who's going to come out, a lot of energy that's going to come out with those who went through the new path, the new road, these new energies. So at 12 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at 0 degrees of Sag. Midheaven is going to be together with Mercury. Beautiful time to communicate with people, to talk with people about the situations. Mercury is a very good position, but there's going to be a lack of communications about the transformations. People do not want to talk about their improvement, how to improve things. They're still hiding it. What did they hide? Their downfall, their pitfall, that they were wrong. That's what is going to be like. But if you transform within this, you see the clarity of the visions of these transformations. There is a divine energies from Neptune that it's in the midheaven. And that energy of midheaven to Neptune is sextile with Pluto. You transform. But you got to have the visions. You have to have the honesty, the dignity to your own self to dig into this truth. That's what is the triggers right now that's going on. And that's what Venus and the authority, which is the sun, the father, from within you, it is in a square with Pluto. You really to take authority of this change from within you. All right. So at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the midheaven is at Scorpio. We are dealing with the energy that was early in the morning. We are dealing with this opposition with Uranus. That is about the energy that you are fighting your destiny. You're fighting the things that you didn't learn. You're either going to go through hell or stay in hell. There is no two choices except that. Stay in a hell, it's actually is going to be like the video I posted on the Facebook that the world is in this narcissistic pandemic. They're talking about the cycles, the ending sign. You keep repeating the same cycles and you just die from within. They were talking about this, and there's actually they have these ants in there. Very beautiful video, by the way. And we are looking at these issues as a society and as a situation, but we're getting help. We're getting a help from the universe to change. And we're looking at within the digging up of the darkness, down below, underneath the surface of that darkness, it is the light of you, the light that you're seeking from within. But you have to go through the hell. You have two choices: go through hell or stay there. That is what the Scorpio season will do for us. Currently, the Sun and Venus, guys, there will be kind of like a disconnect. You're not going to feel the love. You're not going to feel connection with twin flame. You're not going to feel connection with the loved ones and so on. Why? You're doing your inner work. Not interesting what the hell the others do. But we had that situations before. We had it. You guys know we had it. So at 2 p.m., the midheaven is still going to be at the 24 degrees of Scorpio. You're evaluating what's going to happen if you do the work. That is when yesterday the moon was there. You see this energy. That's the end of the Scorpio cycle. That's what reviews. But the moon passing through there shows the energy. That's what right now people who see this energy, they're working with this energy. They're going to go through. We're going to go through all this evaluations when at the moon it's going to be in Taurus. It's going to be have this full moon vibrations inside of it. So you're going to dealing with this energy of the divine warrior, because midheaven at 24 degrees, it is a yacht with Mars, and the divine energies from Pluto towards and the ascendant towards Mars, and Pluto towards Lilith is going to be coming in. Lilith, it becomes at 0 degrees 37 minutes in Cancer, but she's going direct. She did not enter Pisces, but it was a 5 degrees away from Mars. So some of you may be going to feel energy of, I'm going to hurt them. I'm going to tell him this. I'm going to give him to court. I'm going to give him to this. I'm going to give it into that. The truth has to come out and so on. But divine warrior says, like, no, give it to God. He'll show them the road. He'll show them the right things to do. And that, what's going to be the difference of these energies? Who are you listening? Okay. Jupiter is only at 2 minutes in Aries. He is already going on to get into Pisces. You're going to feel this energy. The ascendant, it is in Aquarius. Rebellion. Rebellion of what? Rebellion of going to do something new compared to repeating the old situations from within. So at 3 o'clock, the energies calm down. Just like, poof, no pressures. You're going to be like, what in art is happening? A lot of inner peace, a lot of good energies, a lot of situations, but also intensity. Why? Intensity of the work that you understand you need to do. Very beautiful time to take time to think about things. Maybe go out and break field work, or go meditate around 3 o'clock. Go and seek things from within. There is not a lot of energies going on at this time. The Sun and Venus have no aspects. Oops. See, Daisy. Yes. There in the darkness, into the rabbit hole, you are on your own. You are on your own. In hell, you are in your own. You don't have to depend on others. You don't have to be with others, and so on and so on. In your internal hell is only you. So the ascendant is together with Saturn, and there's going to be a lot of lessons about this, a lot of situations about all this. But Saturn is squaring the North Node to Uranus. Yeah. You're fighting the destiny and the past, and now the destinies head back to you to teach you hard lessons in there. The moon is at 4 degrees of Sag. It is a trine with Jupiter. You're understanding going to the mystic parts of energies before creation. Ooh, a lot of digging in, work in the soul begins. So at 4 o'clock, the energy increased a little bit more intense. For the midheaven is at 22 degrees. It's going to be just for a little while in the past hour or so. You did this revaluations. Mercury is beginning to square Pluto. You don't want to talk about transformations. You don't want to be dealing with the transformation. Why? Because it's a hard work. It's a hard inner work. But there is this energy of midheaven. There isn't Sag. It is opposing Mars. You're gonna feel this aggravations energies. Why always this? Why always that? Why always that situation? Why I'll get in this? And be mindful about these energies. It's gonna be the triggers of what needs to be done within the divine warrior within you, or the ego warrior within you. Be careful what the triggers are within yourself in there. The ascendant is in Pisces. It's a beautiful energy of visions that goes with Pluto, and Pluto is in divine energies with Mars. Okay, take a look at this. Take a look at the mystic part from it, the mysticism from it in itself, and these situations that y'all go into. At 5 p.m., the ascendant is together with Chiron. That is the wounded healer from within. It is connecting with the moon, your vibrations, your intentions, your mothering side, your intuitions from within, your intuitions and the energies that it controls, because the intuition tells you where to focus on, and wherever you focus, that's what you grow. What was your focus 8 months ago? What was your situations before? What is it that takes inside? You have to express it, but how? You express it from the wounds. The wounded healer heals himself and then heals the rest. This is like the professor who study a virus. He gets contaminated with the virus and he finds the antidote and then gives to everybody. That's what the wounded healer is. What was your wounds? You share your wounds, how you heal your wounds, and this is your job with this. Some of you is going to feel this. If you specifically are born with a Chiron in Aries, Chiron in Aries is states for one thing: I am the wounded healer. I came here to be healer. Period. Okay? Period. That's who you are. Okay? If you have a Chiron in there, God bless your soul. Do your work though. Use it. So at 6 p.m., the ascendant is going to move to Taurus. Is going to be opposing Mercury and Venus and the Sun. Why did the relationship and the love didn't materialize in your 3D world? Where is the love in the 3D? What was the love with others? No. In you. Why your love didn't manifest? Why did the love didn't happen? What's going on? Why you're in the darkness? That energy is going to be who triggers deeply from within. That shadow work that needs to be done within Scorpio begins. As I stated, there's going to be at times you are going to be on your own, within your own hell. Either you're going to walk through or you're going to stay there. Choice is yours. And that's what this is going to come. But the ascendant is kind of divine energies with the moon and Pisces. Some of you is going to look at it for divine help, for divine situations, for divine talks, and so on and so on. Just be mindful, get quality help, stop with the kitchen psychology. Trust me on that. And at 7 p.m., the ascendant is at 27 degrees of Taurus. He's going to be passed in a past hour, passed through the North Node, through Uranus. He's going to be all these deeply evaluations. Midheaven, though, it is in Aquarius. New situations, new way, new people, new informations, new way, new learnings, everything new. That's which is going to be focused. Because the old all led you to the circle of hell. Now you're looking to change from within you. Why? Midheaven is a square with the Sun and Venus at this time. But midheaven is going to be there for a little bit. So most of the time, the Venus and the Sun will not going to have an aspect. They're going to be there on their own. You took your own authority of love. So some of you may be expecting, when the love doesn't exist, the shadow comes in, the dark night of the soul is coming in. I posted on a Facebook. You can download the book and read it yourself in there. A lot of guidelines in there for this. So at 8 p.m., the midheaven is at together with Saturn. The lessons are long, the situations are long in there. You understand this opposite, this squaring with the destiny, with Uranus that's giving it to you. Learning your lessons, that's all it's about. To learn the lessons from within you. Pluto become direct. You want to feel this energy of Pluto. You did your work. Now you have to perform in the world. That is a very good part of this transitions that goes on. Jupiter is within 1 minute in Aries. You're already going to feel going deeply within the mystical realms of the ends. The ascendant is in Gemini. It is going to be trying the midheaven and Saturn. In the next hour, it's going to be crossing through Mars and possibly with Lilith and Cancer. So at 9 o'clock, yes, the ascendant is at 29 degrees of Gemini. That is going to be squares with Neptune and Jupiter. And but it's together with Lilith. Lilith is trining Mercury. It's trining the Sun and Venus. Has Lilith has something to do with your pitfall that authority and love are not coming together. Probably does. You're gonna be looking at that God-given part of the mysteries about your love from within. What Lilith did you listen? The manipulative, the one that controls the man, the wounded masculine energy, or you're going to be looking at the Lilith, the goddess from within. A lot of mystery to be resolved there. And at 10 o'clock, the ascendant is at Cancer, is about the family. There's going to be pretty much a kite, but not complete. Not complete because of the ascendant and the Sun and Venus are not completing the cycle in there. Midheaven is together with Neptune. There's going to be some divine visions from within you that it's coming, the divine situations, the diving within the mysteries. Um, the ascendant, it is a sextile with the North Node and Uranus, and that is a sextile from Uranus, the North Node with Neptune. Visions, clarity of these visions. It's going to bring happiness within the family. The ascendant has no intense energies. The energy is going to be a little bit more calm down. It's calm down because you're going to need the inner peace to dive from within. And at 11 o'clock, the ascendant is at 25 degrees. It is opposing Pluto, and Pluto is squaring Mercury, and Mercury is squaring the ascendant. Are you trying to solve family matters? Don't. Solve them first from within. Use the divine energies to look in there. What is the divine? Some of you is going to be looking to the divine for help. That it's going to be because midheaven, it's pretty much together with Chiron, and there is a divine. The only aspect there, it is the divine energy from this healing towards the Sun and Venus, the authority, the love in you, the father and the daughter coming together to heal. Thanks. But your understanding about the father and the daughter from within, your understanding of the situations from within your own self. Beautiful healing energy. The moon will support this. The moon is going to be a trine with midheaven. The intuitions, the help of the mothering, understanding of all that's going in to happen. So that was it, astro gravitational report, guys. Thank you for listening. If you guys have some any questions, Go ahead and write them down here for you. Or if there is no questions, we can go ahead, share the love and the inner peace from within, guys. Welcome back to the inner peace. Feels good, doesn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It was about time. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Nick. All right, everybody. Be off, and I will see you at the main channel later on.